Hey everybody, it is June 11th, 2008. I am Sonic Sons, and I'm doing a video sort of soon after I posted the last thing. So it took me so long to post the Ideas from the List video. Alright. So this goes a little more into my personal life. But really, obviously, in a sense of discussing general ideas, which I'm sure other people have come in contact with. So I have a job this summer. Woohoo! So I kind of quit my job. Yeah. So there's one person that unsubscribed me because of that. Sorry if I've offended anyone.
So I'm working at a different place this summer. I am watering grass. This little housing complex thingy, and apparently they feel they need people to water their grass. First off, I don't know that that's really necessary. It rains often enough. I don't think anyone's watering the grass over at my house, and the grass seems green enough. But, I don't want to dispute that. So, okay, if people don't want the grass to be watered, they're going to pay me for it. Pretty well, okay, that's pretty cool. Now here's the thing. The plan was that they'd pay me hourly. I'm supposed to work 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 7 a.m. until noon every day, unless it's raining, or had rained the previous day. So I show up on the first day. Well, the very first day was just kind of showing you around, but then there's the first real day, and I get there at 7, I'm supposed to, and there's any given day, there's a certain section of the area that I'm supposed to be watering, a certain number of houses, and yada yada. And so I set up all these little sprinklers, and I turn them on, eventually turn them off, turn off the sprinklers, put them back in their bins where they go. And all of this takes me 4 hours, and not the 5, which is weird. Here's another thing about this job. I'm not being supervised, which is really nice. No one's on my back, like, oh, you're doing that wrong. You're doing, you can show up late, no one will know. Part of the unsupervised thing is a thing of trust, though, and I'm supposed to write down on this little sheet we got my hours of how much I've worked in a given day. Okay. I remember thinking about that before I even got the job, the thing is, I'd email them, they emailed back, and they mentioned how this works. And I get paid hourly, but I write down how many hours I work. So, can you say I should work from 7 a.m. until noon? I worked 5 hours a day. I get my full salary for the day. Now, that would be sort of dishonest to write that down without it actually happening. Okay, but here's what's going on. As the guy, my boss guy, who I don't see very often, but sometimes do, he mentioned this as you're interviewing something, so, at some point, perhaps you'll be able to get it done faster, in less than 5 hours, like within 4 hours, and I did that on the first day. I remember wondering to myself, okay, if I can get it done faster, but I'm being paid hourly, I have no motivation to go faster. I should go slower and use up the full 5 hours I'm willing to pay me for, right? So, a couple days, couple weeks pass, I found I can do it less than 4 hours, I can do it in 3 hours. I'm getting down around like 2 hours. It's really not that hard. And I'm finding that the amount of watering they prescribe is really too much. I mean, I'm out there, I'm looking at like really soggy ground when I'm done. In some spots anyway, I had some deals with mosquitoes. Mosquitoes lay their eggs in standing water. Clearly the residents of this housing place don't want a lot of mosquitoes coming up. So I water less than was initially recommended. But everything, all the grass is perfectly green and everything. I'm not skimping out on my work here. So I find that I can get job done in 2 hours, being paid hourly. And they're willing to pay me for 5 hours. So the initial deal is, well, wow, you just write down, as I said a moment earlier, that I was here from 7 a.m. until noon. I worked 5 hours when I really worked 2. And, that's theoretically kind of okay, because I am doing the amount of work required. They didn't specify how many lawns and which section of the place, depending on the day, whatever, I'm supposed to do. I'm getting that done, and I'm at this a couple weeks now or whatever. The grass is not browning. If anything, it's being overwatered. It really seems dishonest to say I was here from 7 until noon when I was not actually there from 7 until noon.